Pablo.
Team is experimentation, working out of your comfort zone, taking risks, and collaboration.
It's cutting edge, it's innovative. Team meets the students where they are.
This gives them the opportunity to bring their own questions, interests, doubts, creativity into the learning process.
I like to be really creative, to have more fun and experience new things.
Project Team stands for Transforming Education Through Arts and Media.
Teaching artists are paired with teachers to develop and deliver curriculum in an effort to further engage students in their own learning.
That new light, that new direction, this fresh, innovative pedagogy. They're bringing technology, they're bringing diverse subject matter into classroom spaces.
The teaching artist brings a lot of things to the classroom. They bring in their knowledge, which is something that I don't have, the media arts knowledge.
So kind of doing like digital collage, which is awesome.
The students love seeing someone that is creating arts for a living. They're engaged because they're doing something they enjoy.
Do you see how these are smaller?
Arts integrated learning is the use of the arts as a catalyst for learning across the curriculum. So we may pair poetry with history, we may pair photography with math. It's really about helping students develop a desire to learn and a desire to expand their curiosity.
The way that story inspires people to do their own storytelling has been really powerful.
We want to give you kids in America a message. Don't look at a ghetto kid as different.
We're all a huge fan of your book.
Thank you so much.
And lastly,
I didn't meet any real artists before, and I felt really grateful that he came. When I started this project, I had the mindset that I can just finish the writing in one day and just not care about it. But as I continued to progress more into this writing, I found I could share my stories with people all around the world, and I just felt really excited to write about it and to edit it, to rewrite, and my stories became better and better.
What I gained from this experience was never to be shy about telling your story and telling things about yourself, and to be open with one another.
I cry when I'm furious, and I'm crazy but fun.
Media arts integration encourages teamwork. If you have that teamwork component, a student is automatically going to rise up. It's not always something that is comfortable or easy, but they have to learn that.
It's like when I work side. I learned a lot of stuff in photography that I never knew before. Even the small things are very important.
What happens when you zoom in on a shot? I have seen situations where a student has been struggling to get from point A to point B, but when digital media is integrated, it makes it that much more relatable, and then that confidence grows.
Digital media really opened the doors in many ways to multiple intelligences and the role of multiple intelligences in learning. Kinesthetic, visual, auditory, all those different methods of learning are really captured effectively in digital media.
It's supporting 21st century learning. Social media, media literacy, digital media are things that our young people need to be fluent in navigating through the world in college today.
Team is developing media literacy. It's teaching them to be critical thinkers and not just consume what they're seeing, but think about what they're seeing.
When we would consume media about our environment, about our school, about our neighborhood, which was a highly marginalized neighborhood in itself, we would often find that the narrative was posing the various human beings in my classroom as bad. When we allow students to critique what is already in existence through the media, we also create a need to produce new media. We were interested in putting our stories out there. We used audio to create autoethnographies, and through the process of that, we had to learn the science of sound. We had to learn about sound waves and how they travel, but we also had to learn how our audio recorders actually picked up and manipulated and changed these waves into zeros and ones, and that is all the study of science. But it was in an innovative way that almost tricked students to believe that this is not science, we're learning audio. We're learning about music. I've seen team transform struggling students' attitudes, behaviors, engagement in school.
We're helping to build the capacity of our partner schools and teachers to make the learning more socially and personally relevant.
Dina and I very much collaborated. She would identify her academic goals and social and emotional goals that she wanted her kids to really be working on. And then from there, we would build in the media arts. Yeah, it's not gonna be as much.
It allows me to become a better teacher because I'm inspired every day. I go to project team meetings and I come out thinking of 1,000 other things that I want to do.
Columbia College has always been about community engagement. We've been able to go out and actually empower people not directly connected to Columbia to tell their stories.
The Center for Community Arts Partnerships, CCAP, is designed to help the college fulfill that portion of its mission around civic engagement.
We have a lot of expertise among our faculty and our students that we can share with Chicago Public Schools. We want to be an animating force in the community, and this is one way we can do that. It's a reciprocal relationship as well.
No. I've actually used ideas that have started in this classroom and have just built on them in Columbia classrooms, and vice versa. With 7th and 8th graders, you gotta be on your game. They're a tough audience, and college students are no different.
At Columbia, the philosophy behind our teaching is hands-on experiential work, and that's exactly what this project has been.
CCAP gives the opportunity for Columbia College students to test out their classroom learning in the community itself.
I find this experience is really inspiring because I can see what these kids think in this age. I would like to do more working with kids. It's really meaningful.
What's really great about this work is that it's available for anyone to learn from and use. CCAP has built a website with lesson plans and these assessment rubrics and other documentation that is open source.
I can find ways to integrate arts and technology into the classroom, even when they're not here. And that's the point. No matter where I go, no matter where I teach, team is part of me.
Team is awesome.